Hi and welcome back to our debacle channel. Well, the Duke and Duchess of Not Muchness have been out and about again talking about online bullying. Now, Harry and Meghan, are they victims of online bullying or are they just masters of manipulation? You know, they talk about stopping the hate, but unless it's them creating the hate, it's okay, isn't it? But anyone else saying anything about these two is called bullying and online hate. Very contradictory, isn't it? Because that's the way Harry and Meghan want to run this narrative. I mean, they were talking recently about stronger protection for children from the dangers of social media, saying enough is not being done. Yes, it's very sad that lots of children are exposed to things on social media and online bullying that unfortunately a lot of people have taken their own lives, whether they be children or adults. It's disgusting. But it's very contradictory because Harry and Meghan are the ones that set the hounds on a lot of YouTube creators out there that talk about Harry and Meghan, home invasions, attempted home invasions, trying to get YouTubers offline, off X, off Instagram, when they talk about Harry and Meghan. Now, they're really concerned about online bullying for children. Now, if they're really concerned about children's mental health, why are they not concerned about their own children's mental health and what they've exposed them to? Like the controversial arguments out there about Meghan carrying those children and them being legitimate children that should be in the line of succession. What about Meghan threatening to off herself with apparently, allegedly, carrying a child? I'm sorry, but that is called murder-suicide. Does she not realise that her child, allegedly her child, which we know she didn't carry those children, are going to read this on social media? So the very two people that are talking about online bullying and social media stuff have actually created a lot of this themselves. They have actually planted a lot of this for the future for those two children, Archie and Lily, to later read this stuff or listen to this stuff that their alleged parents have created online and could possibly cause them a lot of emotional grief. So entertain me with your thoughts on that, because the two that are out there saying that enough is not being done about the dangers of social media, if they were really concerned about that, they should have put the stories of the children straight from day one. They should have come out with a statement saying, you know, one of us couldn't conceive or whatever the case was, and we have used a surrogate to start our family. How wonderful would that have been? To actually say that, to encourage other people that couldn't carry children or couldn't conceive or whatever the case may be. That would have been fantastic for them to give support to those people in the world that can't have children. But no, they've allowed all this online talk about these children to continue without putting the story straight. So they are actually building the path for those children, especially Archie, because she claimed that she wanted to off herself whilst pregnant. She is actually investing in Archie's future mental health for him to possibly be put in a position where he doesn't want all these thoughts in his mind, and he could possibly be in a position where he's that traumatized from all this stuff. And I hope this never happens, but they're traumatizing their own children, yet they've got the balls to go and talk about online protection for bullying because they want to come across as these wonderful people that care. They unveiled a memorial in New York City which is dedicated to the memory of children whose families believe harmful material online contributed to their deaths. So Harry and Meghan putting all this stuff out there about both sides of the family, being mean to both sides of the family, and the speculation about who the actual mother of these children are, they're literally putting harmful material online that could contribute to those two children's demise one day. Sounds a bit harsh, doesn't it? But it's a reality because they are literally trying to destroy those two children's mental health. Are they doing it on purpose? You wouldn't want to think so, but they are doing it. They continue to say, we want to make sure that things are changed so that no more kids are lost to social media. Life is better off social media, Harry said, saying that he's grateful that his children are still too young to be online. Harry and Meghan are not off social media. They're on social media all the time. You've seen how much they're on social media in the Netflix documentary. Harry has said that he had an addiction about reading articles about himself, reading articles about what people were saying about Meghan. Do you really think Meghan does not get up in the middle of the night, stay up all night and see what people are talking about her? What they're saying? It's bullshit. Of course they're online. But why is it okay for these two muppets to set people upon YouTubers and other people on social media to bully them to their near death? I mean, Trevor Colt, avid gardener, was bullied relentlessly, Wally, and many, many others, Dan Wooten, all driven by Harry and Meghan. But that's okay, isn't it? That's okay for them to be the driver of the bus. But no, we can't have passengers on this bus. We will drive it. They're absolutely freaking disgusting, the pair of them. He goes on to say that the sad reality is kids who aren't on social media normally get bullied at school because they can't be part of the same conversation as everybody else. What is he trying to say? Like, seriously? I mean, it's disgusting that there's bullying online for children. I never allowed my daughter to have social media when she was at school. And she still to this day doesn't have social media, and she's a young adult now. And I'm thankful that I did that. It sounds a bit like a helicopter parent, and yes, I'm a helicopter parent. But there was many girls at school that got bullied so much that they actually did take their own lives. And it was stupid bullying about, oh, you're fat, or when they weren't, or you're ugly, or stuff like that. And being at that age, a teenager, they were doing a lot of self-harm and cutting, and unfortunately a few of the girls went a little too far. And, you know, it is terrible, absolutely terrible. I agree with that. But what I don't agree with is them being so bullshit artists. They're the ones that are bullying people online, yet they want to come out and say that this is all wrong, yet they are planting a lot of stuff on social media and out in the news world that their children are going to read one day and is going to destroy their mental health. In a blink of an eye, Archie's going to be a teenager. He's not going to be small for long. It's just disgusting. Meghan went on to say the danger of social media was a global issue. No shit, it's a world wide web, you dumb ass bitch. And one thing we all agree on is the children should be safe. Well, those children should be removed from her because they're not safe. She's mentally torturing those children, in my opinion. She also went on to say she praised the parents who were speaking out. I think in many ways that we see through these parents is the hope and the promise of something better, because they just want to make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else. She's just an absolute freaking liar. They are so contradictory that it absolutely makes me sick. You know, they talk about how they're bullied, yet they bully staff, starting from when they were in the royal family and ending, well, still not ending. People are coming out all the time about how much she bullied staff, even a florist that she abused. So why is it okay for these two people to abuse people, but then they come out as like they've got angel wings and they're going out there in the world saying, please don't bully, please don't bully. You know, when royal commentators or media call them out, it's labelled abuse and bullying. But when they slam the royal family, it's called truth telling. Where's the line that we draw here? Where is the line? You know, is it bullying or is it backlash? In my opinion, it's backlash. But you know what? I think people are done with these two. Online comments continually show growing fatigue from people. Some feel Harry and Meghan use their victimhood for brand power, and they do all the time. Others think they're genuinely being targeted. You know, you got this 50-50. I think it's more like 80-20% out there, because the 20% are being paid by these two numbnuts to put wonderful comments out there about the two of them. There's one thing clear here. The internet is no longer one-sided. It's no longer, you know, oh, they're wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It's been for a very long time that people are they're pissed with these two because they can see right through them. Harry and Meghan, do they deserve sympathy for the online hate? Or have they been blurred, or have the lines been blurred between bullying and backlash? It's simple backlash. That is my opinion. They can't continually be so contradictive. Is it okay for them to bully the royal family? Is it okay for them to continually bully Princess Catherine and her family? Is that okay? I mean, seriously, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Harry and Meghan can dish it out, but they just can't take it, can they? They just don't like to take the backlash. They want people to bow to them, to curtsy to them, to, you know, throw petals to them because, oh my goodness, you are angels. We can see your halo around your head, more like a noose around their necks. Online bullying is disgusting. Yes, it is. I totally agree. Whether you're a child or an adult, it shouldn't happen. But Harry and Meghan are the drivers between a lot of the online bullying and a lot of the online hate. I mean, she started with the race crap. They started with the royal family treated them so bad. It was so bad. Oh my God. Her family, her father, they are driving people to bully those people. How much hate has the royal family gotten? How much division has there been about racism when majority of people really don't act that way these days? But she stoked that fire, didn't she? Let's play black versus white. No, we don't live in a world like that anymore. Sorry, Meghan. You're living back in the 70s, the 60s, the 80s. We don't tolerate that kind of stuff anymore. Everybody every person is valued for who they are, not about the colour of their skin or their nationality or how long or short their hair is or whatever they wear or their financial status. It doesn't work like that, but Meghan started that. Meghan is the worst thing that's ever happened to the royal family. She's driving people to hate on the royal family. You see it online. Oh, the king this, the king that, blah, blah, blah. Yes, he probably isn't doing things like the Queen did, but the Queen had her style, the king has his style. I mean, yes, I've said before too that he should put out a statement about them not actually being working royals and remind people that they are not representing the royal family. But I think he has a lot of his own issues to worry about. And quite frankly, in my opinion, I think he's just let that kid go out there and let him destroy himself. And Harry's doing a very good job about destroying himself. Anyway, I look forward to chatting with you guys in the comments. Please drop your comments down below, and these two hypocrites just keep giving us more and more crap to talk about. They're the gift that keeps on giving continuously. Anyhow, enjoy your day, keep smiling, and I hope you're all well. Bye for now.